Basically, we are going to render commands and replies here with n level. We are going to render this with n level. I kept this to a separated video because it's so interesting and a bit complicated, but we are going to cover all parts and make it so easy. Let's go. First of all, we have our watch video page. This is the page. We get our commands here. Now we need to go to the commands fetch. We need to go to the commands fetch, and let's write first of all our types. Okay, we need to write our types. This is the function get commands. Okay, types to return. So it's gonna be a nested comment response. What does it mean? A command with its replies. So let's define export type nested comment response. So it's gonna be like this. First of all, it's gonna be an ID, which is gonna be a string. The command itself, command string. The user that wrote the command is gonna be a type of user. We can make it user ID, because in DB we got user ID. We don't need to transform too much the data. The user ID will contain the user data. It's gonna be an ID, which is a string. Okay, first name it's gonna be a string also. Last name is gonna be a string, and image URL, each user has an image URL. Image URL for each user, it's gonna be a string. Okay, good. Now let's go to the created at. So the created at, it's gonna be a date when the comment is created, like on 11 November 2026 or 3rd March, like this, a date. And the commands has a replies, has his own replies. So the replies of type of reply, it's an array of replies. Let's write the reply type, type export type reply, and it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same, I think. Replies. Okay, it's gonna be the same, but here the reply is a recursive, like the reply can contain a reply, and this reply can contain another array of replies. Like I can comment to a video, then a person write a reply, then 3 persons write a reply to that reply, then 10 persons write 10 replies of to one reply of these all replies. So it can be n level. Okay, we need to add here the reply to also to make it functional. Reply to the reply to is gonna be a string. Okay, reply to lowercase s. So the function is gonna return a nested comment response. Now let's create the command. So I'm gonna to delete all of this. We don't need this for the moment. Or we can return just a null response. So db connect. So it's gonna be now a graph lookup. Something in MongoDB is called a graph lookup. We are going to write a very complex aggregation. So I will explain this in easy way in order that you can understand. So it's gonna be const result. It can be result or response, anything. It's gonna be await command dot aggregate. I'm gonna aggregate what? Okay, let's aggregate. First of all, let's I'm gonna add commands in order that you can understand. Match top level commands. So each video has his own commands, top level commands. Command. Then we are going to match second level commands, the replies of these commands. Then we are going to match third level, fourth level. We can go to the n level. But with coding, it will be much easier. It's not too much complicated. Top level commands, okay. I'm gonna write a match. I'm gonna match what? It's gonna be match 2 points, and I open curly braces. Match. I'm gonna match by video ID. So we are fetching the commands of a video. Video ID 2 points. You types dot object ID of what? Of the video ID that we passed. Video ID what we passed. A comma. The commands top level are of type commands, because here we have two types, command and reply. Top level are commands, replies are type of replies. Easy. Their types are command. That's all for this. I think I forgot a double a semicolon. After we match, we can sort by creation date. I think now we need to get by last one. I don't see the command created on 2001 or 2010. I want the last command to be present on the top. So we can add like this. We can make a sort. So it's gonna be $sort 2 points. Sort by what? I'm gonna sort by created at. Created at 2 points -1. Sorry, -1 last one. If I make 1, it's gonna sort by first. Now here let's add a command in order that you can understand. I will push into this into Git. Sort by last created at. So now we are going to limit the commands size. I'm not gonna fetch all the commands. Imagine that a video has 1 million commands. We are not going to fetch 1 million records from the DB. Just we can fetch 25, and If the user want to see more commands, he can later click on a button and we fetch another 25, another 25. Okay. Dollar limit 2 points 25. So it's gonna be a command limit to 25 commands. Okay, another command. Now we need to for each command to populate the user, the person who wrote this. So it's gonna, what I'm going to make, like here, populate the user. So it's I'm gonna make what? I'm gonna make something called lookup. I'm going to look for the user. Okay, it's gonna be lookup from. I'm gonna look up from which collection? Here, the collection name, users, lowercase, users. Remember, you can write the collection name here in the model. We wrote here collection users. If we put it blah blah blah, it's gonna be blah 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 here. So this name, it can be changed from here, the collection name. Remember, if you don't pass this, it's gonna take the model name. In this case, it's user with capital U. It's gonna make it into lowercase and it's gonna make it plural, like adding S. Okay. So Control P. What's going on here? Nothing happens. From users, and from users, I'm gonna look up what? The field. The field is local field is what? User ID. My field from here is user ID. Because the command has user ID. The command field is user ID, and I'm gonna match it with a foreign field. Foreign field is the underscore ID of the user, the unique ID of the user. Okay, I think it's clear. Huh? Now we are going to name this. It will be named as is. It's so easy. This lookup record. So we look it up for a user with our user ID, and we matched the underscore ID from user's collection as a user details. We are going to name it user details. That's all. Now we are going to unwind, to parse the user details. It's gonna be $unwind path. The path that we are going to unwind. The path is the $user details, because for the lookup, it's gonna return a variable with $. Remember it, huh? It's gonna, by default, this is like by convention, by Mongo. When they built MongoDB, the response is returned like this. So never mind, it's easy. It's not too much difficult. I explained everything, I think. User details, user. Let's copy exactly the same name in order that I do not make mistakes and it works from the first time. So we are going to add another property to preserve null and empty arrays. Huh? To not get errors. Huh? because we don't have empty and null arrays. But I think maybe later we add a functionality that a user can delete his photo URL. It can he can add his profile picture and he can delete it. This is why we added this. So next thing, we finished with top level. Now we need to do what? We need to do what? We need to use what? This is the most difficult part, guys. Now we need to use the graph lookup. Lookup to recursively match nested replies. Okay, it's recursive. It's gonna run and go in deeper with a level and run deeper into another level and run like this. You will understand. It's not too much difficult. So we are going to declare a $sign graph lookup, 2 points, curly braces. So we are going to make a graph lookup from where? From, sorry, comments. Remember, the collection name is comments. If it was, I don't know, texts or comments, double S in the end, it should be exactly the same name. Otherwise, it will not work. So I'm gonna match the comments, look up comments by IDs, of course, because the reply to is a comment ID. Here we define the reply to. It's a comment ID. We replied a comment by ID because we use the ID because, of course, it's the unique item. Starts with, okay, let's make it single quote. I don't like double quotes and I don't know why. Starts with a variable, underscore ID. I don't know if direct underscore ID works, but I'm sure the $underscore ID works. In the lookup, we use the underscore, it's a variable. And in the lookup, in the graph lookup, we use underscore, $underscore. And in the lookup, we use directly the field name. This is not that much complicated. Connect from field. Now we need to add the connect from field. Connect from field. I'm going to connect from field what? From which field I'm going to connect? From the underscore ID. Like we are going to connect commands to their replies with IDs. Okay, so this is the start. This should be like this. The start always should be a variable, then connected to another ID field. Then this ID field is gonna be a variable, and it should be connected to the next level ID field. Like this, we switch variables, variable until we go into a level. Then we cannot connect. It's ended. The replies has been ended. So we stop. The nested array has been built. Connect from field and connect to field. So the two fields, basically it's gonna be that we defined reply to, and we are gonna define it as all replies. All the replies. Now we add max depth, the level. So I don't think that a command will has a depth of 100 reply. So 100 is significantly too much. Remember, max depth is not the count of replies. No, it's the depth of replies. Imagine that I typed a command 1, and a person has replied, and another person replied not to my command. No, he replied to the second command, and another person has replied not to my command and not to the second command. He replied to the third command. And we can go deeper like this. That's what I mean by depth. I think 100 it will be awesome. Of course, the more you go deeper, the more the pipeline will be expensive on CPU. But I think 100 can be handled in milliseconds with nowadays machines. So we are going now to restrict search with. Of course, we are not going to look up for replies into other videos. No, we should find the replies for these commands for this video. So it's gonna be restrict search with match. I'm gonna match by what? Video ID. The video ID is gonna be new types dot object ID of video ID. And I'm gonna restrict with type. Now the type is not a command, it's a reply. So that's why we separated them. I think we finished the graph lookup. This is very great. Now we need to get all unique user IDs. We need to add field. We need to add a field. Add field, 2 points, we open. Reply user IDs. Like we need to fetch these replies users. Of course, the command has a user and we looked for it. But the reply command, who wrote this? So the reply user, we need to fetch it. Reply user IDs. It's gonna be 2 things. It's gonna be an union, not intersection. It's gonna be an union. Set. Okay. Set union. Reply user ID, set union points, and we open like this. We are going to set the union. Set the union of what? Let me think a bit. Okay, we open it here. Because of explicating this and thinking about how it renders, I got stuck, but let me think please for 1 minute. Set union. Okay, we're going to map and match reply by user IDs. This is what we're going to do. So we open curly braces, and it's gonna be a dollar map function that opens the curly braces, and this the input. It's a bit complicated, but you will understand better, huh? In next videos. In this video you will understand, and even in next videos you will improve yourself. You will end by writing these complicated things by self, huh? So it's gonna be here. What we are going to match where, or we are going to add field. Add field to what? We are going to add field to this all replies. Okay, to select a field we select it as a variable. It's gonna be dollar add all the replies. I'm gonna copy the same name in order to not make mistakes. As 2 points as what? So basically let me delete this. As a what? Reply. As a reply in sorry, column in reply dot user ID. Of course this is a nested, this is a nested, this is an object. So since it's a variable and an object, we do what? Double dollars. Okay, it's easy, not too much complicated. And after setting the union, we do like this to initialize. Then we can looking up for the users. We set a field, we set an empty field. Then we look up for the user and put it in the correct path. Okay. Now we can write another lookup. It's complicated, but you can copy it and try to understand. I'm gonna look up from users. I'm going to look up for what? What's this? No problem. Local field. We wrote already the lookup. I understand. I explained this. Reply user IDs. Because we named this reply user IDs. Control V. So it reply user IDs. The foreign field. Foreign field is gonna be the underscore ID. We match users by their IDs. As what? As reply users. Reply users. Now we need to project these users in the correct path. So basically after the reply, I'm gonna write a comment project users. It's gonna be a project I'm gonna project by the ID field. The ID will be present, of course. Command the command will be projected as $content. It's named content here. This is why we used content. Created at, it will be projected also. So the thing we are going to project, it's gonna 1. And here, if we wrote 1, it's gonna be projected, and if we wrote a variable, it's gonna be projected and take from this value. Okay? The user ID now. The user ID will be like this. So the ID, it's gonna be to string 2 points, and we open. It's gonna be a dollar user details dot underscore ID user details. Let me copy this correctly. User details. We can now the ID is finished. There is first name, last name, and image URL. First name 2 points. The first name is user details dot first name dollar. Okay, let me copy this. First name, comma, Alt Shift key down, Control D, last name, the user details dot last name, and it left the image URL. We finished with the image URL. Now we need to project also all replies. So the command has content and has the user ID. We need to project all replies. It's gonna be, of course, 2 points. We are going to project an object. The all replies, we are going to map from all replies as reply. It's gonna be dollar map 2 points to map the input. The input name. The input name is what? All replies like this. With dollar sign. As what? As a reply. We mapped it as a reply, and we need to return what? To return the replies inside the current reply context, like the current nested pattern. We need to open a curly braces. We forgot the comma here. In, so the ID, it's a toString function of what? Of reply ID. $, reply dot ID, because it's nested here. Here it's nested. We are using double reply, double dollars. It's almost finished. The content, it's gonna be the reply.content. It's gonna be reply.content. Here we forgot reply to, it's gonna be a toString reply to, and the content is already a string. We can remove it. Okay. The created at, it's already a string. Control T, created at. Now the user ID. It's gonna be a let from the, like the let in the JavaScript. We are almost finished. It has vars. So basically we are going to declare the user ID variables from user, and it's an array of elements, array element, points, and we open carry braces, and we are going to filter from all the users that targeted user by the comment user ID. So it's gonna be a filter, and like this, the input what? It's reply users. Let me copy it as reply users. We put it, we map it as reply users. Reply user. So basically the input here, it's not a curly braces. It's a string directly. What I want is thing. Now what we do, we can name it as like you. And we need a condition to match, like to filter. The condition, this is internal. This will not be displayed. The condition will be equality condition, like $equal 2 points, double dollars, u underscore ID, the equality between this and double dollars, reply dot user ID dot user ID. Okay, why this is not parsing error expected? What's the expected thing? Okay, sorry. So the equality between this, and it should be an array. We can pass third thing if we have another complex example. It can be n elements, and it's gonna be check the equality between all of them. Now with the filter level here, it's gonna be a closed. Then the array element level, it's gonna be closed. Then here we have a 0. Okay, the array element, that's good. Basically that's all. we mapped users, and we used the same exactly pattern to get the channel from these users, and we returned this. That's all. So now let's consume it in the client side to render these commands. Okay. So basically here we are getting the commands, and we will call the nested commands type, and we will pass it to our videos. So we are going to map through these commands, and for each command we are going to render it. We already did this, and for each replies we are going to recursively render until it goes to the last reply level. That's all. So I think we finished it here. We can reload the page and look at this. So basically my second command, my first command, I can reply hello, reply. We reload the page. I can reply to this reply hello again. So I'm gonna reply to this hello again. Yeah, I'm gonna reply. So this is so perfect. I think it's going very well. So we need, I think, to build our application now, and it's ready. Later we can make another videos in order to improve this application. Now let's test it in build mode, like not in development mode. Control C, clear, npm run build. It's going to be built. Great. npm start. The app is so fast, huh? YouTube Studio. I'm gonna log out. I'm gonna make it like this. Sign up, sign in. Login. I'm gonna subscribe. So I'm subscribed. Look at light mode. Third command. It's so fast, guys. Can go to another video. Good. So I think we need to go to YouTube Studio. Like this is my uploaded videos. Huh? For the video creation, we already tested that. Test thumbnail. It's gonna be this thumbnail. It can be the video. Which video? It can be this open upload video. So basically this is the video, this one, huh? This one. Okay. We are all set. We can go to the home page, and we got the video is the last this test video. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Goodbye.